Technical difficulties, please stand by. There we go. Alright. Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to UKCT for the last day of matches. I think everything's good to go now. Alright, a bit of a frantic start to this due to, well, I wasn't supposed to be streaming this, but I am now. So we've had the roles. It looks like deskilln has chosen to pick first, so Martin will ban first. So Martin will probably ban something mechanical, like a hard rock or a DT, I would expect. And he is indeed going for a hard rock 2 ban. And deskilln, there's a few choices that deskilln could ban here. He could ban the non-mod 4 or a hidden. He elects to ban the low AR hidden 2. Martin with the seed number 2 on the convert from qualifiers, so unsurprisingly so if you're familiar with this, Martin as a player. He's a very strong convert player, pretty much a convert specialist. And deskilln is more of a mechanical focused player, so expect to pick, you know, sort of like the hard rock DTs, maybe the non-mod 2 going out from deskilln in this match. But for now we're going to have the hard rock 1 as deskilln's first pick. Very mechanical focused hard rock pick, quite a high BPM, so there's a lot of fast jumps, and the hard rock jank is a lot more emphasized with the higher BPM. But Martin is no slouch on the hard rocks as well. He's quite capable, but I think deskilln definitely has the advantage here. Do let me know if the audio is okay and all that good stuff. Okay. Deskilln gonna find the early miss, over dashing slightly on that hyper dash, but Martin will follow suit shortly after, which will favour deskilln actually because he missed earlier. Both players trading a miss, so bit of a rough start here for both players. And Martin now finding some cane misses in these very quick jumps and awkward streams. Both players finding a miss on that wonky stream that got the hard rock treatment. Martin finding a miss on those very quick jumps, and it's deskilln now with the advantage. A very slight lead of 50k, but he has the big combo lead going forward now. And finally looking like he's found a bit of comfort on his first hit. Martin continuing to struggle. One last sort of chorus section. Martin finding another miss, and deskilln now with nearly 500 combo. After that rocky first half, looking pretty comfortable on this map now. Not getting caught out by the jump spam or any of the bursts. So a map that was looking pretty contested in the first half is going to end up being won by deskilln pretty comfortably here with about 200,000 point score lead. Will find a miss as well, a few misses at the end, but he's done more than enough to comfortably take this first point. So first point over to deskilln. And now mine. Would expect to see him immediately going into either the hidden 1 or the no-mod 4. Yeah, and that is indeed what he elects to do. No-mod 4 coming out from Martin. Very unsurprising pick here. Sure how deskilln got on with the no-mod 4 in qualifiers. Let me pull their stats up real quick. So, like I said, Martin did seed second on the no-mod 4 from qualifiers, and deskilln seeded 10th, which was his weakest no-mod by far. So definitely not too strong on the convert picks. So this definitely should be advantage Martin, you would think. But we'll see. Again, like the Hard Rock 1, this map is quite a high BPM actually, surprisingly so for the convert pick. So some of the convert jump patterns are pretty quick, which might not be so favourable for Martin if like speed is something he struggles on. And he is going to find a very early miss on this pick. No one getting caught up by that spin trap. It's nice to see. deskilln comfortably making it to that combo cap of 200 with an SS, but the map hasn't really started yet, but it's about to. Okay, no one getting caught by that first jump. Oh, but deskilln will find a miss on that little convert jump pattern. Not traded by Martin, so Martin is going to take the score lead right back in his favour. Pretty tame bit of map. Oh, as I say that though, Martin finding a miss on that little jump. Not really where you want to be missing. It's not out of a free combo section, so deskilln is going to take the score lead right back. Both players hitting that jump. Back and forth jump. Oh, Martin finding some really rotten misses. deskilln looking pretty comfortable here. Will find a miss on that really wide jump. Not traded by Martin, but with only a fifth of the map left to go, Martin's got to hold on and hope for maybe another miss from deskilln to pull this lead right back in his favour. Martin is going to reach the combo limit and deskilln finds a miss, but Martin still needs to hold on. This is really close, right at the end of the map, coming down to the wire. And Martin is going to take it with about 12,000 points of a lead. Incredibly close on Martin's first pick. deskilln putting up a real good fight there on that no-mod 4 pick. Very well played from both players. If Martin lost that pick, he would have been kicking himself for some of those misses in the slower section before the last chorus. Yeah, deskilln saying he practiced that one a lot. Fair enough. It definitely showed. Almost taking it from one of the better convert players in the tournament. But not quite enough, sadly, for him. But it's right back to deskilln's pick now, going with the no mod 2. So, like I said before, deskilln more mechanically focused player. Definitely has the skill cap over mine, I would say. Look at stat chat. No score. Oh yeah, my bad. The stream classic right there, forgetting to put the score on. But yeah, as I was saying, deskilln more of the mechanical focus player between the two, and the no mod 2 here is arguably the most difficult map in the pool. So I would say a very good pick here coming out from deskilln. Both players miss at the start, or it's just like the client going weird. Either way, it's actually a deskilln to find the first miss as the map really kicks in. Martin will trade it a little bit after, but so will deskilln. So already both players finding a bit of difficulty. Martin, huge drop there, but deskilln will trade it. But this is kind of a battle of attrition here. Both players struggling quite a bit, but it's deskilln that's getting, having a little bit more comfort. It does reach the 200 combo cap going into this little break section. But Martin is not far behind, and it's only it's about a 70k score lead in favour of deskilln. It's not over by any stretch. Both players hitting that stream section. And both players now looking pretty good. No one getting caught by these fast, snappy sliders. Martin does find a miss, and that is pretty much over. deskilln looking pretty comfortable now with over 500 combo. We'll find a miss, but the map is pretty much over. Yeah. And in the end, quite a comfortable lead of about 120k score lead. Our players struggling quite a lot there in the first half of the map, but recovering quite well in the second half. And it looks like Martin immediately going with the hidden 1 pick again. With the next best pick for him, very a hidden focus player. Pretty much exclusively plays hidden, almost. That being said though, deskilln did get 6th seed on the hidden 1 from qualifiers, so definitely capable of playing hidden himself, so again, Martin is gonna have to play well here to take this point, just like he had to fight for the number 4 pick. here we go. Hidden 1, the 4th pick, and Martin's 2nd pick. Deskilln, first one to find a miss very early on. Seems to be a common trend with Deskilln. He seems to struggle early on in the map and then sort of builds into it later on, but another miss coming out from Deskilln. Martin looking pretty good here early on in the map. Dropping a lot of accuracy actually, down to 98.5, but still maintaining the full combo. And Deskilln is chain missing here like a lot. He's really struggling to find some comfort on this pick. I don't know if it's the lower BPM of the map or the AR, but he's struggling a lot here. And meanwhile, Martin still holding that full combo. This is looking probably like going to be the most one-sided pick of the match so far in favor of Martin. I think Martin is, you know, he struggled on the hidden 1 in qualifiers, but his consistency on the easier maps definitely showing through here. Or will find a miss there finally on that little quad slider into hyper dash, but he's so far in the lead that it really doesn't matter. Deskilln is continuing to chain miss. Is coming to an end here. Martin is just going to comfortably coast to the end with a lead of about 220k. So definitely the most one-sided pick of the match so far. Was pretty much Martin's point from the beginning. Yeah, I'm quite surprised that Deskilln struggled so much on that, to be honest, because he did seed 6 on. In fact, he seeded higher than Martin on the hidden 1 in quals. So I thought he'd put up a bit more of a fight than that, but honestly, props to Martin. Just the 1 miss on that hidden 1, a very solid performance coming out from Martin. Hidden 1 are like baby hidden 2s in the first rounds, says Deskilln. So yeah, I think it was an approach rate issue more so than anything else. I think Deskilln just wasn't really comfortable with the approach rate. And Deskilln is gonna continue with picking the more mechanical focused maps in the pool and picking the DC1. Not sure what to think of this pick, to be honest. I think the DT2 would have been more favourable for Deskilln, but either way, I think both DTs would be in his favour anyway, but we shall see. Very dense sort of DT pick because of the lower approach rate. It's like 7.5 before DT is applied, so It's quite a dense pick with a lot of control and little micro dashes, so you know there is a reading element to this as well, I would say. Both players looking pretty good at the start. No one finding any early misses. Deskilln's going to find some droplet misses, but no one breaking combo. Ooh, and Deskilln finding the first miss, overdashing that pattern a little bit. And Martin's going to hold on, so early advantage for Martin on Deskilln's home pick here. But as I said, that will trade it, but traded by Deskilln, so the Martin will maintain this advantage. Yeah, very good. No one getting caught about that little wiggle before the break. Martin definitely looking a little bit more comfortable. The accuracy is very good for Martin in comparison to Deskilln. But the score lead is, well, it's going to go in Deskilln's favor now with that miss. Deskilln, he's starting to chain misses together now. The score lead is barely in favor of Martin, despite holding on through that section. And with a quarter of the map left to go and only a 20k score lead for Martin, this still could go either way. Both players trading misses. Oh, and Martin finding a big drop there. This is Deskilln's opportunity to take the score lead back, but as I say that, finding a miss as well, and both players just kind of struggling. No one able to chain a combo together for a long enough period of time. That score lead is so close. Somehow it's still barely in favor of Martin. It's gonna go over maybe with that tiny score lead of about 40 combo from Deskilln, but no, less than 1,000 in favor of Martin in the end. Martin taking the break point on the DT1 by almost nothing, really. Martin saying it's the one he practiced the most, so nice to see that the players have definitely practiced the pool, and it's definitely showing. But Martin surprisingly going to pick the no mod 1. Well, I say surprising, but there's not really many maps left in the pool that he could pick. He's obviously not going to pick the Hard Rock or the DT2 with how close it was. Yeah, no mod 3 could have been an interesting pick. I would say that the no mod 3 would have been in favor of mine, just because, you know, with it being sort of a convert specialist, he'd be more comfortable on the wider edge dashes than Deskilln, but he has opted to go with the no mod 1 pick, which could really go either way, to be honest. I don't know. I think I would probably give the edge to Deskilln, honestly. Just purely based on the fact that, like I said, Deskilln is more of a... just has more raw sort of skill than mine. More mechanical focused player. But saying that, both players starting off pretty strong. None of them finding an early miss, although Martin, again, has got a lot of accuracy at the start. Down to 98.7, despite having a full combo. Both players coming away with full combos after that first section of the map. Second section of this map. More hyper density than the first one, but again, both players nailing it. No one finding any breaks, and that score lead is just flickering back and forth constantly. Another slow section. Martin finding a miss on that quick hyper snap into his cross screen jump. Not the first time we've seen a miss on there, actually, but it's deskilln now with the score lead. Still holding that full combo and looking pretty comfortable, it has to be said. There is one more section of this map left to go. Coming up just after these notes. And I don't know if deskilln is going to break here in this last section. Martin finds a miss there. So yeah, this is going to comfortably be in favour of deskilln, even if he finds a miss here. The map is pretty much over. Looks like he is going to come away with a full combo. Yeah, it was a risky pick from Martin to go into this. I think he would have lost, to be honest, even if he FC'd. Just because of the early accuracy drops at the start. But deskilln is going to get the break point and bring it to tiebreaker, the second tiebreaker of the weekend after John Glizzy and Certainly earlier, yesterday. Yeah, we had a tiebreaker yesterday. This is the second real time we've seen it this weekend. Here we go, both players starting the tiebreaker. Tensions are high. Bearing in mind that deskilln's a 6th seed and Martin is the 11th seed going into this, so Martin is putting up a real good fight here to bring this to tiebreaker, so whichever way this tiebreaker ends up going, Martin has done a very good job to put up such a strong fight against deskilln. So I think whoever's in the lower bracket waiting for either of these two players is not gonna have a good time, whoever they face. So far, both players holding on to an SS, no one rushing any of those stacked strings. Martin going to find the first miss on that harsh anti-flow, but deskilln is going to trade it back immediately afterwards, so no real advantage gained for either player. Score lead is flickering once again. Martin should take the score lead because he's going to be the first to reach the 200 combo cap, and he does indeed, but it's barely like a few hundred points. Both players looking, again, pretty solid after that, after their initial misses. Its movement is shaky. Yeah, I can understand that nerves are an issue and Martin getting caught out by that 1/3 section. Oh, and following up with another miss, so now it's all the advantage in favor of deskilln. He also finds a miss. So not able to capitalize on Martin's miss. Martin holding on through that very fast hyper stream section. Deskilln's actually going to be the one to miss there, and then following up with another one, so this score lead is going to come right back in favor of Martin. He's holding on through all this hyper stream sections. Martin, the convert specialist, is looking to pull a bit of an upset here in the first round of UKCT. Deskilln finding another miss, traded with Martin, so combos are once again equal, and deskilln finding a miss on that note right at the start of the spinner. That is, nerves are high here for these two players, I think. Martin getting caught out by that hyper droplet, but again, deskilln trading it right back, so the lead is still in favor of Martin. But it's so small, it's still like 5,000 points of an advantage for Martin. If he finds another miss, it's going to immediately go back in favor of deskilln. He has to hold on until the end of the map. And deskilln finds a miss going into that slide. I think that's over. I think with that miss, deskilln is going to lose his tiebreaker here. And there it is. Martin, the number 11 seed, actually taking the win over deskilln, the number 6 seed, and knocking him down into the lower bracket already. Very well played from Martin. Winning the tiebreaker by a measly 16,000 points, both players with 14 misses, so it was dead even the entire way through that tiebreaker, but Martin just narrowly taking the win right at the end. GG's to both players, probably one of the closest matches we're going to have this weekend. And yeah. There it is, confirmed. Martin22, your winner of this match. Have a quick look at the bracket, see where that puts him. So he's going to advance into the winners bracket quarterfinals to face Upbeat, the number 3 seed. And deskilln will drop down into the lower bracket to play against Blue next weekend. would expect deskilln, being the number 6 seed, to make a pretty deep lower bracket run despite this upset. We shall see. And yeah, the next match will actually be me versus Whisker in a little over an hour, 4 o'clock, so an hour and 23 minutes. So, what am I doing? Yeah, so until then, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching this very exciting round of 16 match between deskilln and Matt, and see you in the next match.